In this video, we're going to look and see how you can release quizzes for timed released effect, or how you can schedule a quiz to be open and then closed when you don't want it open. What we're looking at is the quizzes page that you get to by clicking on the quizzes link here. It shows you the entire list of quizzes. We're going to look at the D2L scavenger hunt here. We noticed that 14 out of 14 students have taken the exam, but let's suppose that we had not released this quiz yet. You click on the link to the quiz, and of course it's already set up for you. It already has a name, but if you were setting up a quiz, you would create the questions and you would name the quiz. It's the restrictions tab that's really important. First of all, you have to make sure the status is active. If the status says inactive, it doesn't matter what date you put in here, no student will be able to see the exam. So you must make it active. Here the exam has been timed to be released on October 12, 2015 at 3:30 p.m. and to end on October 19th at 8 a.m. And you will want to display it in the calendar so the students get that information on when they can take the exam and when they cannot take the exam. In order to activate it this year, you would simply click in this box, and you'd have to click through to whatever date you want it to be available. And of course, this is the date that the week that the syllabus says it ought to be available. So you have to make sure that you open it up during that period of time, whether it be in August or September or whatever. And then you would click on a day, say September 6th, or whatever it happens to be, and you click on the time and you can select that. And at that moment it will open. Now of course it's not going to open yet because we haven't saved it. But then you click an end date, and it will not allow you to save if the end date is before the begin date. So that's a little bit of an insurance, and that's a good thing. Now, sometimes you want to release a quiz to an individual student, and you can click Add Users to Special Access, and you can get that information. So that's basically how you time a quiz for release, and you're going to have to do that in this course. Not everything is automated. You have to open up a quiz. Sometimes a student may have a legitimate excuse for missing a test, in which case you let them make up the exam. That's when you would want to have this special access used. Allow only users with special access to see this quiz. You would click Add Users, and then you would then release it. Now, again, I didn't fix this. Start date must be before end date. So if I chose October 2016, it would then work. But you know, I'll do that, but I won't actually save it. But now it would work. It would save it because the begin date is prior to the end date. And you know, you can then see a list of your students and select the student you want to have special access to. So that is how you get data, or how you time release a quiz. Now, in terms of getting data, you would click the grade link, and you would get a list of students on the left, which I'm redacting. But you see their grades on the right. This student got 5 out of 5 right, and so it calculated that correctly as a 100. And you can see students, this one only got 2.5 out of 5, and so on. But this is how you can see the data so that you can send it to your assessment coordinator if the coordinator needs this particular data. It's perhaps easier to glimpse at a glance if you go to the grade book, but we'll talk about the grade book in a later video.